Hi Cancer, welcome to MoonDaughter Esoterica. This is your weekly reading for the week of January 11th through January 17th, 2016. And this is a general reading for everyone born under the sign of Cancer. If you would like something a little more tailored to your personality, please feel free to check out the video for your rising sign as well. It will give you a little bit more complete picture on what you can expect in the upcoming week. I do want to take a minute to apologize for not getting any videos out last week. I'm working with some pretty old equipment and just had all kinds of troubles. Hopefully, I've got everything resolved and I'll be able to get these videos up for you this week. I also want to let you know that I am no longer taking orders for the New Year's 2016 reading. They're very intensive readings. They take a lot of time to do, and I have taken up all my time slots. In fact, I actually overextended myself a little bit on that one and have had to neglect some of my other services in exchange for being able to get those readings out. So to make up for that, I do want to offer 50% off all of my other services. I will leave a link to my email address in the description box below, so you can send me an email if you're interested in any of my services. I'm also going to leave the prices in the box below too, so you can check out my services, see what the prices are, and if you'd like a reading, please feel free to send me an email. Now for your weekly reading, Cancer, the way I do these readings is I choose a Wisdom of Avalon Oracle card to let you know what kind of vibe or energy you can expect as you go throughout your week. I do a 5 tarot card layout to let you know what kind of events you can expect to happen. And then the final card we look at is an Archangel Oracle card, which lets you know what kind of divine assistance is available to you and willing to work with you as you go throughout your week. So Cancer, let's get started. Your Wisdom of Avalon Oracle card for this week is the Bard. And the Bard is the ultimate performer. Could be playwright, could be writing in a journal, could be some sort of creative writing, could be music, poetry, storytelling. It can also be a bit of acting. In Cancer, sometimes we tend to do this. We may put a smile on our face when things aren't going very well. And you may be going through something that's really touching you or really concerning you. Being water, you're very emotional. And this week you may find yourself having to kind of wear two hats or wear two faces, where you're dealing with one situation and having to put on a face for another situation. And interestingly enough, I've had a lot of people mention to me fairly recently that they've been dealing with a situation similar to that in their personal relationships, their closest personal relationships, where they're really starting to second guess whether or not the other person cares about them, what the true feelings are, if there's problems. And so this seems to be something pretty common to all the signs. So I'm just going to really chalk it up to Mercury retrograde. It is working on our area of personal relationships. So we may be revisiting, reanalyzing, taking a moment to look at those relationships, and we may have a skewed perception. And it's always a good idea to sit in yourself and really look at the situation realistically. Am I being realistic? Is there something that triggered this? Is there something I did or said, what's making me feel bad about this situation? And this may be why you're having to, say, put on an act, put on a smile, because you're not really sure if there's a situation in your relationships or not. But home and family and personal relationships are pretty central to Cancerians, and so this may be why you're having to kind of put this face on. But it'll also help you if you write poetry, if you write music, or even just journal or creative writing. It'll help you this week to kind of put it down on paper and let the emotions wash through you, and almost like automatic writing, where everything just gets out on paper, and then you can go back and reread it and see what's realistic and what isn't, what makes sense and what doesn't, and you can read it from a third-person perspective. Let's take a look at your tarot card, see how it's going to play out this week for you, Cancer. The first one you have is the Sun in the reverse position. And upright or reverse, the Sun is a pretty fantastic card. When it's in reverse, there may be a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of letdown. Maybe there was an expectation that wasn't fully met. Or it could just be the vibe of the week. Like you maybe think there's something wrong in a relationship or something wrong with a situation. And the Sun card is here to tell you, no, it's not. It's a perspective thing. If something isn't going right, it'll turn around very, very quickly. The Sun is a fantastic card. The next card you have is the King of Swords in the reverse position. And so there may be a situation this week where you feel someone has either misjudged you, has not been fair, or hasn't given enough time to think about something before they made a decision or made a judgment against you, said something to you, or maybe even confronted you. But this isn't the end of the world. This isn't, if this is your partner, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little blip, a little cloud passing over the sun. They may have been having a bad day. They may have been dealing with the same mental things that everyone else is and kind of snapped, which would be out of character, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes they let their thoughts run away with them and don't always make the most balanced or stable judgments. They do decide very quickly, so, it could be making a judgment without all the information, which very well may be. The next card you have is Ace of Swords in the reverse position. So I'm really feeling like that's really what's going on. A decision was made without all the information being given. And so that may be something you have to write, have to make sure that more information is given if you can go back and revisit this. And I think you will. With the Sun in the reverse position, it's a misunderstanding and it'll be taken care of. But you may have to remain calm, cool, and collected on the outside so as not to engage or scream, that's not fair, or, respond in a negative way to this person and their judgment and assessment of you. The next card you have is the Seven of Cups in the upright position. So you may spend a bit of time daydreaming, or this may very well be just yours deciding on how to handle the situation. If there's more information that needs to be given, definitely stay on it, but you may be figuring out the best way to approach it. Or you may have a decision to make in light of this situation here. And with this card here, it's saying take your time in making that decision. Follow your heart. There really is no wrong answer here. There's no wrong option. In fact, you'll have a chance to visit all of your options at some point in time. So pick the one that resonates most strongly with you, that feels best to you at the time. And the final card you have is Four of Cups in the reverse position. So by the end of the week, you definitely will have selected one of the cups. You really couldn't see your way out of it. You really couldn't see past this, I think, at the beginning of the week. But there'll be a sense of renewal, a sense of refreshment, and you'll start to see opportunities and the best decision to make for you. And I think with the creative writing, however form it takes, that'll really help you make that decision. Even if it's just writing a list, pros and cons, good, bad, yes, no, that can help you focus and help you make the decision. And then you'll be able to see beyond the decision into the opportunities and possibilities before you. Let's take a look at your Archangel Oracle card for the week. Oh, perfect. This is Crystal Clear Intentions with Archangel Michael. And I think that's really reflecting back to this decision making. You need to take the time to make this decision and be crystal clear about what you desire. Focus upon it with unwavering faith. And I really see this playing out for you at the end of the week. You may go into the decision or into a situation with a vague sense of kind of what you maybe want, but an open mind to, hey, let's see what's available. But when it comes to making the decision, when it comes to actually acting on this, you want to make sure that you're crystal clear in what you desire, in which direction you want to go, and what opportunities you want to welcome into your life. And so if you're struggling with that this week, not only writing things down, but calling on Archangel Michael will definitely help you solidify what it is you want and which opportunities you wish to pursue by the end of this week. Okay, Cancer, that's all the information I'm getting from your cards this week. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I thank you for watching. I will see you again next time, Cancer.